Trinity Maria Kyles was born April 9th, 2021, in Savannah, Georgia, to her mother, Rosie Kyles. Her mother, grandparents, aunts, and cousins know her as a shining, happy girl. Photos of Trinity, lovingly nicknamed Trin, show off her brown eyes and big smile. Her family remembers her dancing to her favorite song, Usher's ABC song from Sesame Street. It often plays from the tablet used to video chat with her grandparents and other family members. Anyone who's been on a video call with Trinity knows how eager she is to press the red end button on the screen and laugh jovially about it. Loved ones describe Trinity as a little diva. They reminisce about days spent playing at the park, taking selfies with her parents, and playing with her baby doll. It wasn't long after celebrating the lively little girl's second birthday that her family's world would flip entirely upside down, and the shining light they remember her being would suddenly go very dark. On the evening of May 2nd, 2023, Trinity's mom, Rosie, leaves work and heads to the Quality Inn Hotel, where she's been living in Duluth, Georgia. While Rosie was at work, she left her boyfriend, Malik Kyrie Kennedy, in charge of watching her little girl. Though she hasn't known him very long, Rosie and her daughter are living with Kennedy at the hotel. When Rosie enters their room, she sees Trinity on the bed and assumes she's taking an afternoon nap. Rosie knows her boyfriend is feeling frustrated with the toddler. He and Rosie then begin to discuss a different child care plan for Trinity, like the possibility of enrolling her in daycare. At some point during their conversation, Rosie checks on Trinity. She realizes her daughter is unconscious and unresponsive. Scared and confused, Rosie calls 911. While Rosie is still on the phone with the dispatcher, an officer arrives at Quality Inn Hotel Room 206. Inside, he finds Rosie frantic. Trinity is lying on her back in the bed, still unconscious. Kennedy is in the room with them.
Hold on.
Yes, my baby. Oh my God, baby. Tell him what happened.
Okay, so basically, I ended up giving her melatonin to like go to sleep.
No, babe. What did you do?
I gave her melatonin so she could go to sleep. I didn't think she would like freaking do all that.
No, but I don't know. I just got home from work and she's bruised up. Oh, damn. Yes. Please help, please. I'm about to have a heart attack. I just got back home.
Then a recording plays. It gives the officer instructions for administering CPR. In the background, Rosie and Kennedy can be heard arguing. Rosie's asking for answers.
I'm going to tell you everything, I swear.
And remove pads.
Place down rapidly, 1/3 depth of chest, then release. Start CPR. Press.
Though blurry, the body cam footage shows the officer pressing on the girl's chest. He's doing his best to stabilize the toddler until paramedics arrive. All the while, Rosie can be heard wailing on the other side of the room, undoubtedly hoping her baby girl wakes up. On the scene, paramedics continue life-saving measures for several minutes. The responding officer exits the room to find Rosie on the veranda with other law enforcement officers, a paramedic, and Kennedy. Rosie wants to know why her daughter's face is bruised.
She said something about bruising. Yeah, it's bruised on the face. That's your child?
Yes, that's
your child?
That's my child. That's my child.
What about him? Is he the dad? Not the dad? Did you leave the baby with him and you went out, or what?
I was at work.
Okay.
And I just got back to work.
Okay.
As Rosie speaks with officers and tries to come to terms with what's going on inside the hotel room, Kennedy remains silent. He leans against the wall and plays with his hands. While Rosie looks rightfully concerned, Kennedy appears nervous. Soon, Rosie walks past room 206 and takes a phone call.
What do you think happened?
I don't know, but he said he pinched her on the cheek. Like
Does he do that usually?
No, he don't usually do it, but I know she can like act with,
Yeah. Right.
They start at 1.5 really. I don't even be on her. I don't whip her, no nothing like that. Even like all my friends think I should be stricter. No, I don't. She's 2 years old. Let her do whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody can't handle that, so that's what it looks like. Everybody can't handle that. I even tell them that every day. I said, if you can't handle it, you know, because you're not used to being around kids.
Yeah.
Can you want to turn it on? It's 5:30. It's open.
Right now, because I'm ready. Like, it was a financial situation, so where I couldn't pay for daycare.
Although the audio is hard to make out, it sounds like Rosie is telling the officer that she does not condone or use physical punishment when disciplining her 2-year-old daughter. She says she's working to be able to afford daycare for Trinity.
Baby can't handle it. I'm going to put her in daycare. I'm going to have to. That's just because I'm the parent. I'm going to do whatever for my child.
Right.
I'm going to put my job
Right.
any day. So that's probably what it was. He got probably overwhelmed. He must have hurt or something because she had on her face. Like, she bruised up on her face. My child's life.
At this point, Rosie doesn't know if her daughter will be okay. She's still putting together the pieces of what happened while she was at work. Body cam footage shows Rosie pulling out her phone to show the officer pictures of her daughter. She tells him Trinity turned 2 on April 9th and describes her as a happy baby who's already potty trained and knows everything.
He must have got overwhelmed with her. I don't know how much melatonin he gave her, but I always tell him, even let me know if you give her melatonin. I don't even tell him to.
So what is exact? How much?
And I don't even give a whole ounce.
That's
It's just
2022, right?
but we don't, I just recently got that
Yeah.
melatonin just because how she been up all day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want her just to take a nap.
Yeah.
I 85.
So she don't even.
Rosie appears anxious when their conversation is interrupted by another officer. She is still awaiting an update on her daughter's condition. The officer leads Rosie down to the police cruisers, where they ask her to wait. At this point, Rosie is being kept separate from Kennedy.
This is just procedure, okay? All right. Hey, ma'am, come here. I gotta pat you down first. Yeah. Just gonna pat you down for weapons. That's all it is, okay? You got a pen? Yeah. Okay.
Rosie looks a bit confused as the officer pats her down. Although Rosie isn't under arrest, the officer checks for weapons and instructs her to get into the cruiser. She waits there for some time before she's given any information about her daughter's condition. The officer then sits in the driver's seat of the cruiser while Rosie sits in the back. She asks the officer if Kennedy will be locked up if it turns out that he did something to her daughter.
Once we get there, we'll get there. We're not there yet, okay?
The officer asks Rosie to confirm some of her daughter's identifying information before heading back upstairs to room 206. As the minutes pass, more cruisers arrive on the scene. Rosie, still sitting in the police cruiser, begins to question why so many officers have arrived at the hotel. As more time passes, she becomes increasingly frightened.
I just need somebody to talk to.
I know, they're about to come talk to you. You gotta stay in the car. I know you're frustrated. You gotta stay in the car and we're gonna come talk to you in a minute, okay? You gotta, listen. Listen, I don't know anything, so you gotta stay in the car and wait for one of them.
Why are they here?
All right, put your leg in the car.
Why are they here? I need to know something. They're not
Calls
saying
like this, everyone comes out. Calls like this, everyone comes out, okay? Just put your leg in the car and have a seat, okay?
Oh my gosh.
All right?
They need to tell me something. I just need to talk to somebody.
All right, they're gonna come talk to you in a minute, okay? All right. Yeah, they're coming down in a minute, okay?
They keep saying a minute. What is it?
The terrified mother doesn't have to wait much longer to learn why there are so many officers on scene. It's impossible to know the exact words Rosie hears from the officers, but a few moments later, she lets out a heartbroken cry. Despite paramedics' attempts to revive 2-year-old Trinity, she never wakes up. She is pronounced dead at the scene. Meanwhile, Malik Kennedy waits in another police cruiser. From there, he's taken into custody to be questioned about the little girl's death. It's